Very well. So finally, Kolasinac will be actually leaving Arsenal, and not for a joke team like Schalke, who actually lost a game, I guess 4-1 to another team in Bundesliga 2.0. Finally, he goes to a team who can actually understand his proper language, and of course, he could again join in as a part-time footballer, part-time security guard for Mesut Ozil. Just a joke, fam, because I love what he did in friendship with Mesut Ozil, just because he would be the perfect bouncer for a guy like Mesut, a personality like Mesut in Turkey. So with that being said, well, he's leaving. Well, where is he going? Why is he going? How exactly is he going? Ben White may not feature against Chelsea tonight. Why? We got some sort of reasons as to why, so we're going to discuss that as well. So Martin Keown says, it's a results business, and I think Chelsea game will be judgment day for Arteta. There will be a decent crowd at the Emirates for the first time since his early days in charge, and fans will be expecting to see evidence of what he's achieved since they were last there. This is the most important month of Arteta's managerial career, and it is time for the team to produce if he is to stay in the job until the end of the season. There are no more excuses. It is time to perform. But Arteta opens up about Arsenal fans. He says Arsenal fans, when things are a little bit difficult, they are always behind the team. I can say that for sure, and as I felt it from when I was a player here. They know what we are trying to do. They can see it, and if you can't see it and don't see it, it's because you don't want to and you want to see something different. But they really know what is coming and what we are trying to do, and they will be there for us. And talking about the Chelsea game, Mikel says, we know to beat Chelsea, we have to be perfect. Individually and collectively, we have to have an extraordinary game. The focus is going to be that. Then we are going to have the help of our fans, which is going to be very, very, very important as well. And well, Stan and Josh Kroenke says, we know there is much work ahead to get back to where we need to be, but are confident about what can be achieved by this great club and our people. We're building a squad rich in young talent, much of it developed through our wonderful academy. But moving on, so let's discuss and share with you some training images before the game against Chelsea tonight. You can see the best part is Gabriel. Well, we saw Gabriel, that's it, that's all I can tell you. Bukayo Saka and Kieran Tierney in a single frame. Singularly Kieran Tierney, and of course, is that Cedric? I think that's Cedric's face. And then there's Folarin Balogun. And then there's the goalkeepers. I think that's Arthur, Hine, Leno, and Ramsdale. The four Arsenal keepers. And then there is the one, the only, Gabriel Martinelli with Cedric at the back. And others as well. There is Magalhaes, Gabriel, Aaron Ramsdale is there. Folarin Balogun, Rob Holding is there. I think that's Reece Nelson. I hope so, that is. And Saka, Tierney talking to... Wait, Saka and Tierney. Mikel Arteta saying something to Saka and Tierney. I think they both are playing on the same flank. Now, that's a very weirdest and the most obvious thing to say. But I don't know. This might be a back three with Tierney and Tierney playing as a left centre back and Bukayo playing as a left wing back. I think, I might be wrong here, but yeah. I don't want to be wrong here, but yeah, that's what I think right now. But that is that. And look who's back. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is back. And how, ladies and gentlemen, he's here. And he has been training with Arsenal, and that's what you'd want to know. That's exactly you'd want to know. Moving on, so talking about the Guardian's predicted lineup for today's game, you can see Leno, White, Murray, Tierney, Chambers, Xhaka, Lokonga, Saka, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Martinelli as a striker. And Chelsea, they say it's going to be Lukaku, Mount, Werner, Kovacic, Jorginho, Azpilicueta, Alonso, Rudiger, Christensen, Chalobah, and Mendy. No place for Kai Havertz, which I feel, no, it's not going to happen. Because Kai Havertz has said something about Arsenal. He says, Arsenal are dangerous because they have a lot of quality players. People are saying things aren't going well for them at the moment, but we know they have very good players, and we need to take care in our approach. We have prepared well, and we'll look to show that on Sunday. Let's see if that works or not. The big question is, what about Ben White? Now, of course, Guardian also believes that Ben White is going to play, but according to Gunnar Talk, they say that Ben White's inclusion in the Arsenal squad for Sunday's London derby is looking unlikely. Ben White arrived at the Arsenal training centre at the same time as the rest of the squad, but then he was spotted leaving the complex just 20 minutes later. White did not get off the team coach at the hotel earlier this afternoon with the rest of the squad. These are the reasons being made that's the reason why Ben White is not going to be playing tonight against Chelsea. You never know. He might have contracted the virus. You just never know. Yeah. Moving on, so Seo Kolasinac to Fenerbahce is on the verge of getting done because Yagiz Sabuncuoglu says that Fenerbahce is about to add Sead Kolasinac, who plays for Arsenal, to its squad. The procedures are completed, is what they say. Now, before getting into any big things, talking about, yes, before getting into any big things, let's just confirm whether it's actually happening or not, because according to Haberturk, they say that the happy ending arrived at Fenerbahce after long negotiations. Sead Kolasinac signed with Fenerbahce for 3 seasons. Happy ending, you say? Well, of course it is for Arsenal fans, not that one, not the vulgar one. But according to Photomac, Fenerbahce completed their agreement with Sead Kolasinac to contract with him for a period of 3 seasons after he was able to terminate his contract with Arsenal by mutual consent. Now, why would he do so? Because according to another source, Devrim Zengi, he says that the transfer of Kolasinac to Fenerbahce has ended. The player has resolved all matters with Arsenal. That clearly suggests there's only one meaning with that, is that it's a done deal. And since we agree that all the procedures have been completed, why are we even arguing for that matter? Because Ekrem Konur had already tweeted out that Sead Kolasinac has given up most of the money he will receive, and Arsenal have agreed to terminate his contract. The meeting will be held for the last time next week, and he will officially leave. 1.8 million euros salary, 2 plus 1 year contract. That's what he's ready to give up, and it's all over. No more Sead Kolasinac at Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen, and it is what it is, you know. And moving on, so Stan and Josh Kroenke that they have confirmed themselves that there are going to be further transfer negotiations as we speak about, because the Kroenkes had a message that they need to pull because they had a message which is printed in the pre-match program of Sunday's clash with Chelsea of Arsenal. So they say that it is clear looking across Europe that we are dealing with a difficult transfer market due to the impacts of the pandemic. But at the time of writing, we are delighted to have signed Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga and Ben White. We have also renewed the deals of Tierney and Emil Smith-Rowe, both on a long-term basis. These are all young players that we are convinced can develop further and have a bright future with us. Also, they announced the signing, the extension of Granit Xhaka in the same thing. So, unbelievable to say that the Kroenkes confirmed that Granit Xhaka is extending with Arsenal. That is special. Well, Fabrizio Romano also confirmed this, that talks are ongoing between Arsenal and Fenerbahce for Sead Kolasinac. It is confirmed as per Yagiz Sabuncuoglu. The two clubs are in contact, but the agreement is not yet completed or signed yet. Kolasinac is among players set to leave Arsenal with Torreira, Willian and Bellerin. Let's see how things will turn out to be. And KSC in the program notes also say, in the meantime, the transfer negotiations have been working hard behind the scenes to competing for, and no, we are confident we will return to competing for and winning the game's biggest trophies. Well, so much so that, and so much for none other than Lucas Torreira, because Eintracht Frankfurt have made a formal offer for Torreira, but the player prefers Italy, where Lazio and Fiorentina are interested, and so are another club I was interested in. But anyways, the funny story is, I think there's only one song that comes into my mind when I actually see Lucas Torreira news and Lucas Torreira images. He's so picky. He's so picky. He's really very picky, man. He's just... Anyways, it's all about the mental health. I mean, you got to be happy where you go. And if he doesn't feel happy to go to Bundesliga, it's up to him. And I think there's nothing bigger than peace. You know, it's you got to give everything to have your peace back. I'm pretty much sure that's what he's expecting to. But here's, can you spot something special in this image of Aaron Ramsdale signing for Arsenal? I'll tell you what, there is. You know, do you see the man standing beside Vinay Venkatesham? I said the man, not with the longest hair, not that man, but the other man. It's Josh Kroenke. He was present at the Ramsdale signing, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked to see Josh Kroenke standing around Aaron Ramsdale signing. What is he doing there? Yeah, Arsenal fans, does he care? Unbelievable he's standing there. But anyways, with this I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you see daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing, lads. And if you're from India watching this, happy Raksha Bandhan. Cheers.